Howdy, y'all. Here's going to be your lecture today. Since you guys like this so much, we're going to do it again this time. So we're going to make these three shapes today. Start off with this one, and then this one, and this one. So I'll probably start off with throwing some terms up on the board first, so you'll do that, and then we'll do this. So hopefully I can get through this in the 15 minutes that is allowed in this video. If not, guess what? We're making two. By the way, I'm watching the Cubs game right now, so if you hear me get excited, then it means the Cubs are going to win. So, haha. So anyway, all right, so here we go. So we're going to make, let's do this one here first, all right? So I want you to draw out, and I do want you to turn this in once you get it done under practice. So make sure you save this. Okay, we're going to start off by drawing a 6-inch line going down, a 5-inch line going over, and then we're going to make the end of the rectangle. If you remember from our previous times that we've worked, if you touch here, you can do the O track, or you can type 6 and go up, and then go ahead and tap. So do that real quick. You're going to make this 5x6 box right here. That's a really bad location. Bad voice. All right, so do that real quick. So that's 5, and that's 6. Good job. Okay, next, I'm going to put the circle here in the middle. Now, I'm going to show you guys a way to do this so you don't have to always draw lines. If you insist on drawing lines, you can do it the hard way, but I'll show you the easy way. So, all right, so the circle we're going to draw is a 2-inch diameter. So I'm just going to go C enter for circle. I'm going to touch here. I'm going to touch here. I'm going to bring it up. You see my little dotted lines? I touched, I did not click. Now I clicked. Type 1 enter because I'm going for radius. And there we go. All right, do it one more time, just in case you missed it. Go C enter. If you want to do the diameter of 2, that's fine. I do radius when it's an easy math. Touch, touch, click. 1 enter, done. All right, so do that real quick. I'm not going to make you all do all the measurements and stuff, at least on this one. Maybe on the next one. Okay, next one is, I'm going to teach you a new command. It's called Chamfer. What a chamfer does is it allows you to make these nice little angle corners like this, so you don't have to draw up and over. It will save you time. So quick command for that, CHA. And then as you see here on your screen, it goes to chamfer. So I press enter. You should get a dialog box that comes up, so it looks something like this. You have a bunch of options here. We have undo, polyline, ignore that. Distance and angle are going to be your main two. Multiple you can click if you're doing more than just one. So let's click distance first. It's going to bring up a question. Your first chamfer, let's do 0.75. That's what I have in here, because that's what we did last time. And second chamfer, let's make this one not an even chamfer, so let's do 1 enter. Click here, and you see what it does? It gives you a preview of what it's going to do, which is kind of cool. Now, which way does it go first? Well, it goes the short one first, because that's what I did first. So I click here, and it's done. Now, if I wish to do, let's say, the bottom corner, you'll see here that on my screen it says 0.75 and 1. So it always remembers your last one. So I'm going to click the bottom one first, and then this one. And see, there you go. Let's say I don't like that. Oops, wrong way. Okay, I'm going to press enter again. I click this one, and I click this one. There we go. Maybe I want it this way. All right. Just do both either way. It doesn't matter to me. Okay? There's one more way to chamfer, so why don't you pause the video real quick and go and make those two, if you haven't done so already. Which I'm hoping you guys are following pretty good. Score is 7-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, I know. This is so tomorrow. You guys are in the future tomorrow, so you'll know what happened. Okay, so next one, CHA again. We're going to go angle method this time. All right, specify length. Let's go 1. That sounds good. Okay, angle. All right, I'm going to do 30. Now you see here how you click here, and you go to the angle this time. So I went 1 over, and this angle that you see here is at 30 degrees. So I click there, and I'm done. If I want to press enter, I can do it again. Let's say I want to do angle this time. Let's say I'll do 1.5. Let's say angle of, I don't know, 50 something. So now we get a little bit of a steeper angle. So that's how you do that. If you'll take a moment and just throw a couple measurements up on here so I can see your angles of what you did. Because I am going to look at this to make sure everyone at least did something. Just put a couple, let's say, on here. There's my 1. Change this to angular. And there we go. Okay. So go ahead and do that. Just stick them both on the top here. Let's do an overall as well. That way I know that you guys do this thing out correctly. So there's my 5. And there's this. I'll show you how to reduce the zeros later on. Because there is a way to make this where there's not as many zeros, but we're not there yet. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much stuff. Okay, so you should have 2 of them done. See, look? There's 2 on my screen too. I left that up just so I can kind of play around. All right. The next one is one that looks like a little peanut here. I can even make it a peanut if I want to. Maybe later. Okay. All right. So I have 2 circles here first. But in order to set up these circles, I need to plot my points out first. So the easiest way to do this, I found, is I'm going to make this circle here first. It doesn't matter which one you start. I like to work top down. So radius, it's radius because it's not a full circle, if you haven't noticed. So draw a circle 1.5, and I got that part done. Now, how to get the circle right here? Well, as you see here, I have 3 inches going both directions. So I need to go line command, draw a line over 3, enter, draw a line down 3, enter. Do that, and come back and see me again. Okay, you're back. Hopefully you got it. If not, ask me. I'll be around to help you. Circle, click here. As you see up here, it says 2. So I'm going to type 2 enter, and I'm good. All right. So I'm done with these lines now. I'm just going to delete. I highlight both. I click delete, and they go away. Don't trim. Please don't trim, because you know they won't erase. Okay. How do I get these arcs right here? Well, I have 2 options. I'm going to show you one that works pretty good. If I'm in my circle command, there's this thing down here. It's called tangent radius. I click any point that's kind of on here-ish, that's on this inside circle, and on here-ish. So those are my 2 tangent points. And sweet, the Cubs just hit a home run. All right, Fowler. Yay. Sorry. Okay, and once you have that set, type in 2 enter, and there's your circle. Cool, huh? TR enter, and there you go. All right. Next, I can do a fillet too. It works the same. If I type F enter for a fillet, I go radius. Always hit radius, and we're going to practice fillet here in just a minute. I type 2 enter. I click here. I click here, and look at that. It makes an arc. Cool, huh? Type trim. Click, click. I'm done. You made a peanut. Good job. Okay, let's do some measurements on here, just for practice. Always good to know how big you make things. 3 inches, both directions here, just like I have on the other one. There we go. Remember, you can use the enter button to redo your previous command, which I'm going to do. So radius, click here, press enter, click here, enter, enter, and enter. So hopefully you guys are pausing a lot. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. So just take a moment to do that. If you need to go back, that's fine too. So I'm going to pause a second, and we'll move forward. All right, the last thing is kind of fun. All right, I want you to type POL, which is for a polygon. Okay, a polygon is anything more than a triangle. I'm sorry about that, pause real quick. Yeah, so make sure you always read this. So let's say we're doing an octagon, which is 8 sides. So type in 8, enter. Then I click someplace. Usually I would click on a specified point, but I'm just going to click someplace in space. Okay, here comes the fun part. Inscribed, circumscribed. Inscribed is inside a circle, circumscribed is outside a circle. I'll show you what that means here in a moment. So let's say I click inscribed, and you see here, it's trying to measure on the points. So it's measuring from the middle to point. So let's say I go 1 enter. All right. Yes, it rotated it, but if you want to dimension it, you would need to do an aligned, and you would go from here to here, and that will give you that. Okay, so that is inscribed, I believe. So to show you that more, I'm going to make a circle right here. And you see how it's inside the circle at that 2 inches. All right, so I go polyline again, or polygon, sorry. 8. And then I'm just going to click someplace. Let's do a circumscribe this time. Now, typically when you're doing the drawings, you will go to a circumscribed drawing. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to 1. It always looks for radius, so make sure you guys are keeping that in mind. So when you do this, you cannot get around it. If it's a funky number, you're going to have to do the math. Okay, so grab your calculators on your computers. So I'm going to go 1 enter here. Now this time you'll see how if I do a typical measurement, I can do a line again. It's 2 inches this way, so it's not on the flats. You don't have to do this. I'm just showing you. You're like, oh, now you tell me, Roy, thanks. See? Inside, outside. This is a circumscribed. This is inscribed. Makes sense if you think about the words. Okay, now, how many sides can you get in a total polygon? Well, I'm going to show you. Type in POL. Your max number is 1024. Center someplace, doesn't matter, and it looks like a circle. But if you click on it, you'll see you have all these little points here. That is a 1024 agon. I don't know what it's called. That's just what I call it. Okay? If you try to go more than that, which I know you want to, so if I go POL again, click someplace, oops, sorry, let's say I go 2000, it'll give me an error saying number of sides is that. So it won't let you go any higher if you want to. So, okay, I see I've maxed out my time. We're going to make this guy next. So do those 2 objects, and then on the next video, you're going to do this. All right, so you're going to use all the skills that you practiced today. The chamfer's not on here, but it's going to help you out on your drawings. But at least this will give you an idea of what to do on these. So, all right. So good luck on these. If you need me, holler. Otherwise, keep going. Please make sure you save this as, if you look up here on mine, it's called drafting practice. All right? Or CAD practice. How about that? CAD practice. Okay, thanks. I'll see you in just a moment. Bye.